Welcome everybody back to my channel, and today's speed build is gonna be a base game only build because I've been using so many packs in my other builds that I wanted to do something more simple than even the last build. And how else than just doing a regular base game that anyone has all the items for. And it'll also probably be a starter home for max 3 sims, 4 sims, who knows, you know? Well, let's get into it. We're starting here on Potter's Splay in Willow Creek, and we're going to try and get our value lower than 24,000. That way our sims can afford moving in right away, and we'll have some of the essentials hopefully in this build. Well, let's get started. Here we're starting out with the basic layout and the outside of the house perimeter, and I wanted to build it like the house that's in front of it, like directly in front of it. So we're gonna have some technical difficulties with the roofing because I'm no expert in that field, but in the end we do mess around with it and fix it. And because the house in the front does have a cute design in the roofing, I did want to go with a similar vibe. Also, you know, it's a starter home, but it doesn't have to look so basic. And this house, because the shape is long, I didn't want it to just be a long house. I wanted to have some cute details in the front that will elevate it a little and not make it look so bland. So I got that idea from the front house. Also, for the front of the house, we just adding some columns in. Obviously base game, I don't know why the filter keeps turning off. I kept getting upset because it does that. I don't know why they haven't just made it so that anything you put in build by is in the filtered area that you set it as, you know, but that's fine. We'll work around it throughout the video. Here we're still working out the details, trying to figure out if we do want to make a pink roof, and I don't know if I like it. It's too not pink, like they're two different tones of pink, and it doesn't match, so just trying things out, see what works and what doesn't. Now we have the front door. All the base game front doors and doors in general and windows are expensive, so that's a bummer, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, just setting them up for the general layout that we want them to be in. Messing around with the idea that the house could be a pink house, and it'll be pink, but not this style. Went back and we changed the roof to a black and a pink vibe so it stands out. I think we stick with that gray. It's not as strong and off-putting and too intense. It's a soft house. A soft starter house at that. Now we're starting the layout. And with that, I decided, well, a starter house, maybe 1-2 sims, maybe a small family with already a child. So we go with 2 bedrooms, 1 restroom. And we're deciding where we want our kitchen to be, an outdoor exit. Don't mind the quick pauses, those are usually just there because I either check my phone or something real quick, or someone asks me something and I just have to look away for a second. But then here we continue on with the layout of the kitchen. I know that the refrigerator is right up against the front door, but I figured it was okay to have it there, you know. Also on the other side, I really wanted the kitchen to look like it had a lot of storage, and we wanted some counters. We end up changing the windows because they're too big, so we go for some small tiny paneled ones. So that's the kitchen. I didn't want to put flooring that distinguished the kitchen. It's such an odd little space. I would have gone for these tiles because they look really nice, but it was just too small of a kitchen. And so I guess the wood could be like those modern vinyl tiles, you know, that look like wood, but they're like ceramic or vinyl, and it works. Here we add a cute little backsplash to the kitchen, give it a little color. Paint the rest of the room walls. Granted, the house is going to be bland. It's a starter house. When you move your Sims in, if you'd like to, you can find this house on the gallery. And you can design and change everything that you want to, because it's just meant to be a starter house. The TV would have been a really nice addition inside the living room, like over the fireplace, but it's too expensive for a starter house. We do add a television, but it's the basic one. And as we set up the living room, I wanted to add a fireplace, some cute little details. The lamp is nice. I don't think we keep the lamp at the end. It is a little bit pricey, and we do fiddle around with the carpet size, make the room a little smaller. And so we add a coffee table to match. Especially because we want to add like a dining area. We're messing with the TV. It looks really odd sized up. Add a little bookcase or a set of books for your Sims to use. That's something for your Sims to do. Then we add the doors to the rooms. We did want to have a main pink room, especially if the house is meant to be a pink house. And so we went with that. And anyways, I guess we can talk a little bit about my day today. As a person who has myasthenia gravis, I'm sure if I didn't mention it in any other video, this one might be the one to do so, since it's short and I can talk a little bit without getting too distracted. You know everything that's going on anyways as I'm building. I've been kind of having on and off days where I can get up and do things, and days where I can't get up and do anything that I want. I just struggle throughout the day. But today was one of those days where I could just get up late and, I don't know, get up, eat breakfast, chit chat a little with the familiars, and see how the day goes. I did wake up with a little bit of weakness, and so it is my fault. I did not wake up early enough to take my medicine at 7 in the morning. Apologies for that one. But by 11 in the morning, I took my medicine, got help changing and doing my things, and so I was able to enjoy a slow breakfast, some avocado toast, some fried eggs, and just relax with a cup of coffee and get to work. Well, I guess not work, but like finding something to do today, and that was this. Building in The Sims, because what else? And so here we have the basic bathroom. We decided that that shower was too expensive, and we wanted it to be a starter house. When you upgrade your house, you can decide if you want to get the better shower tub combo. But as it is, a bathroom is fully functional. You can bathe toddlers and pets if you decide to get them. The kids' bedroom has the essentials as of now. Here we wanted to add the dining table because we weren't going to not add one, and I didn't want a tiny one. I could have just added a tiny little table. But man, they look so small. I have not tried to see if the sink works. I believe it does, it should, but maybe I'll go in and test it out and move things around if it doesn't. Here, just adding some clutter items, figuring out the final location of things, adding another skill enhancement or skill building item. Those tiny windows I had mentioned earlier. And anyways, back to my day. Well, I decided to do this build. I also decided to add it on TikTok. If you want to follow me, it's at SteffiLove or SteffiLovely, one of those. And you'll find the build with a live commentary. It's in like 5 pieces. But here we're just getting to the final parts of the build, adding a little back porch for the exit that leads out to the side, where you can go to the river on the side or do your walks and stuff. And then we just finally add some trees and whatnot on the around. I didn't want to add anything outside because I didn't want the house to be too expensive, but here you have it, that's the lot. And that's it. We fixed the roof at the end. You can see kind of the final touches. We had some tiny windows for the attic. There's nothing up there that you can use. We changed the color of the trim, I think. If not, it just stays pink. But we're comparing it to the house in the front. We fix it up. We end up going back, I believe, to how it was. But in the end, that's the build. And that was my day. I just sat here, recorded a video, uploaded it on TikTok, uploaded another video of my dog, little Ari, doing her little dancey dance. But anyways, now that the build is complete and we are just heading around to see the rest of the build, There, we fixed it. And we decide, yeah, there's that gray trim. Looks nice. I do go in and add some spandrels just to give it more of a cutesy vibe. Do that for that, and then add a little porch cover roof with the spandrels and 2 columns. And that's it. That was what I did today. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate any views, any likes. I do really like to build on The Sims. It's one of my favorite pastimes. And hopefully you like this build. We do add some terrain paint at the end. And I do go in to add some bins. We need one on the inside in the kitchen and one in the outside. And with that, the build is completed. We added some flowers, that terrain paint I had mentioned, and we call it a day. Hopefully, if you enjoyed this video, you can stick around. Check out my not live recorded, like I recorded them in 10-minute segments. So this whole build is on TikTok. You want to let me know any comments or anything I forgot, anything you'd like to have seen different, you know, leave the feedback. I'm down for it. Alright, and hopefully I'll catch you next time with a better story of what I did that day too. Alright, laters. One final note, I guess I apologize because I'm still working on my audio, and I know that some audio clips will sound more crisp, and that's because I'm standing like right mouth touching to the microphone, and others, if I move away for a little bit or rest my hand on my chin to help me talk, it will sound a little more muffled, so apologies for that. I'm going to work on that for the next video. Okay, bye.